Yo, what's going on, people? It's your boy Frame1 back with another reaction for you guys, and today we are going to be watching only the second Dunkey video that I've ever watched and reacted to on this channel. As I said in the first video, I've only seen about 3 or 4 Dunkey videos all time, so I'm still really new to his content, but I found the last one really funny, so why not react to another one? Alright, here we go. Second 2.
After Heihachi was defeated in the first Tekken tournament, his rivals threw him off of a cliff. They should have found a bigger cliff.
Oh my god, look at those graphics.
The craziest thing about Tekken 2 is that it was developed in 1 year. This is one of those sequels that makes the original game look like a prototype.
Learn something new every day.
Every direction. The human characters look like people, and the bear character looks like a bear instead of whatever this animal is.
What is that? Also, I can't even differentiate, other than the characters themselves, like, this game from the original Street Fighter games. Like, it looks so similar to me. All these games were before my time, though, so.
Although he still looks like a beaver at the character selection.
He does.
Most importantly, Tekken 2 was the game to set the template for how the series would continue to evolve, boasting double the amount of moves and combos of the original game.
Wow.
A number which far surpassed competitors like...
Wasn't it the same thing with the Street Fighter games? I thought Street Fighter 2 was the one that really set the tempo, like as Dunkey said, for the rest of the Street Fighter series, but...
Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter, but was still dwarfed by its main inspiration, Virtua Fighter 2. However, Namco wasn't
never even heard of
trying
Virtua
to
Fighter.
replicate Sega's success on the PlayStation. They were going to war with Virtua Fighter. On paper, Yu Suzuki's series had more strategic depth, but in practice, Tekken ends up being the deeper game, and that's because people can actually execute the moves in Tekken. Everything about Tekken was more intuitive and user-friendly, inputs were easier, combos had more lenient timing, punish windows were more obvious, even Tekken's AI played more fair. Where Virtua Fighter's AI was running 12 different scams on the player, Tekken was only running 3. Are you finished?
Oh my
god. Also where the developers started cranking up the coolness factor. Virtua Fighter was very reserved, you know, very classy. It was more like,
Is that Virtual Fighter? Like, I can't tell the difference between Tekken and Virtual Fighter from back then. Oh, I'm so stupid.
Shall we duel? Tekken said, let's have a boxing dinosaur fight that roll back for $1 trillion bill. You have not experienced the true battles of life until you have
this is Tekken.
In a dark church with the sunlight beaming down through the stained
glass kangaroo
windows, and this song comes on. Perfect. Even by Tekken standards, this soundtrack is phenomenal. It gets you hyped up, but it plays it cool. It's high energy, but not high volume. Paul's theme comes in with these horns going over the stand-up bass, and then Herbie Hancock comes in on the theremin or some shit.
That is a banging soundtrack, actually.
Law's theme going way down to those low notes. Then you got a dude playing piano in the club.
Oh, is that Yoshimitsu? I recognize him. Yeah, it is. Is that Ridley?
Story-wise, there's some interesting stuff happening here. June drives a school bus out to a forest so that...
What the fuck did I just see right there? Hold on.
Story-wise, there's some interesting stuff happening here.
That is not Tekken, right?
School bus out to a forest so that she can play with a chipmunk. Wang's ending teases the character Jinpachi, who wouldn't appear until Tekken 5. King is staring at a video of real people, and then all the little kids come out to play with King, and he goes, yay! Unfortunately, the orphanage is running out of money, and King has turned to heavy drinking. The coolest thing to me is how the main character swap roles. This time, Heihachi is the protagonist, and Kazuya is the final boss. During the final battle, Heihachi jumps in front of a laser beam to save Kazuya's life.
I gotta say, I didn't realize that Heihachi was the bad guy in all the Tekken games in general until I played Kazuya Mishima, whatever his name is, in Smash Bros. When he came out in Smash Ultimate. I had no idea. Also, games from back then, I am kind of glad that I wasn't born in that era, because these games look hard as fuck, dude.
Life. Kazuya's stunned. Then he smiles.
Uh-oh.
And he grabs Heihachi and uses him as a shield to block laser beams from the devil man.
What?
And he chucks him at the
What the fuck? That can't be real.
Heihachi throws Kazuya into an active volcano.
Right.
Because he
Naturally.
threw him off of a cliff. Because he threw him off of a cliff when he was only 5 years old.
What the
Ultimately,
fuck is
Tekken
happening
2
in this
is a
story?
story of fathers and sons. Looking back, all of these years later, we see the series in its infancy, full of promise and creativity, with greater things still yet to come.
How much of this is real lore from the game, and how much of this is Dunkey taking creative liberties here? Because I don't know. I'm still new to Dunkey's video, so I don't know if he makes some of this shit up or this is all legit. Either way, that was really funny. That was another great video from Dunkey. As I was saying before, though, games from back then look so hard. Like, he was discussing Virtual Fighters. I'd never even heard of that game, but he mentioned that Tekken became more accessible because the inputs were less sharp. And I even have trouble entering inputs in fighting games today. So I can only imagine how difficult it would have been back then in those fighting games. Other than that, though, another great video from Dunkey. You know, 2 for 2 for me so far on the channel. So appreciate you guys coming to watch a video with me. Drop a thumbs up if you enjoyed. Oops, there's my thumb right there. Drop a subscribe if you guys want to see more, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Oh, and let me know what else you guys want me to react to down below. All right, catch you guys in the next one, though. Peace.